It's time to take a look at what's making the headlines. Here in France, our press reviewer France Villeminot is with us. Hello to you, Flo.
Hi, hello.
We're going to focus on that story we're headlining on, of course. News coming in last night that 3 female suspects arrested in relation to a suspected terror plot.
That's right. That really is the big story in the press today. You can get all the details in Le Parisien that takes a look at those 3 arrests. The women reportedly aged 19, 23, and 39. They were arrested, of course, in connection with that car that was found near Notre Dame Cathedral last Saturday, packed with gas canisters. Now, according to the Paris prosecutor, the car's owner reported his vehicle was missing to the police and also told them that his 19-year-old daughter had also disappeared. Now, she was actually known to French authorities for wanting to travel to Syria. She was thought to have been radicalized, wanted to join ISIS, essentially. Now, she was reportedly amongst those arrested in that raid. She reportedly stabbed one of the police officers trying to arrest her. Police responded by opening fire, wounding reportedly this same young woman who is now in the hospital, while the 2 other suspects are in custody. Now, this, of course, is a major story. Details are coming in, and we'll be sure to give you all the latest.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, that arrest is somewhat overshadows what there should have been a big news day for the French President François Hollande.
That's right. Now, he delivered what was a big speech for him. It was a speech on terrorism and identity. How did he do, according to the papers? Well, surprisingly well. He gave, in fact, what Libération says was the best speech of his presidency. And check out the front page of Libération. This is quite a funny headline, I must say. It says, Pépère se réveille, Grandpa wakes up. Libération says, stop the search. We found François Hollande. Now, it seemed like the French president had disappeared for a little bit. He seemed, he was kind of out of the spotlight. He wasn't really making very presidential speeches. Well, yesterday, he certainly did come across very presidential, according to Libération. And he also came out swinging against his rivals on the right. So Libération says in this speech where he was kind of reaffirming his presidency, he was also clearly laying out the foundation for his future campaign, but he stopped short of officially saying that he's going to run again for re-election in next year's election. He reportedly is putting that off until December.
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? People want to know, will he or will he not run again? And the Figaro is saying he's blurring the lines somewhat between candidate and president.
That's right, because a lot of the papers are saying, look, we found our president again. Well, Le Figaro says, actually, what he did was step back into his candidate suit. For Le Figaro, there's no doubt about it. Yesterday, it wasn't President Hollande talking, it was candidate Hollande talking. His speech was so aggressive against the right that no more doubts are permitted as to his intentions in 2017. Hollande, according to Le Figaro, is going to be a candidate, or he certainly is going to try his best to be a candidate. In another article, Le Figaro says, Hollande, in fact, showed just how impatient he is to become a candidate against all odds, because he is really low in opinion polls. Even his allies are jumping ship. But in a way, it really makes sense for him to become a candidate because, after all, that's what he's best at. He's really good at running for things. In fact, you can see this article saying his favorite role is being a candidate. And during rallies, he really transforms into this political machine. His voice changes. He holds himself differently. His style, his tone, he's aggressive. He's incredible as a candidate, but perhaps not so much as a president. And Le Figaro reminds readers that he himself he told journalists that being president was harder than he thought.
Oh golly, it's not a resounding endorsement, really, is it? Well, that's the socialist side. What about the opposition? The Les Républicains primary is scheduled for November, and it's not just a boys' club, is it?
That's right. Now, the deadline for the candidates who want to participate in that primary, the deadline is tonight, 6 p.m. And to participate in this primary, you have to have a certain amount of official support from other members of Les Républicains. And at least 6 people are sure to participate. Now, you have the usual suspects, Alain Juppé, Nicolas Sarkozy, Bruno Le Maire, François Fillon, Jean-François Copé. And you have a surprise. You have this woman here, you can see in the photo, Nathalie Kosciusko-Morizet. She's quite a well-known figure within Les Républicains. She's commonly known NKM. Now, earlier this week, week, I was telling you that she was having a hard time getting that necessary support that she needs. And it looked like the president might be a white man festival, but it's not going to be. She managed to get all those signatures by the skin of her teeth. And what's interesting is papers are reporting that it's actually Alain Juppé who gave her the support he needed, encouraged people to give her the support. Now, he's not shooting himself in the foot because he said it would make the party look bad if there were only men in the primary. He also said that she'll bring women to the vote who might vote for him in round 2. So it might be a good strategy for him.
An interesting race. Let's finish up quickly with a word on the tennis. Tonight, of course, semi-final of the US Open, and a Frenchman is in that semi-final. He's taking on one of the world's top-ranked players.
That's right. That's Gaël Monfils, and he is taking on the world #1 player, Novak Djokovic. Now, L'Équipe, the Sports Daily, really wants to believe in Gaël Monfils. You can see him here on the front page. À l'attaque. Come on, charge. It's time to attack. Now, must be said the odds are not in his favor. Of the 12 times that they've played against each other, Djokovic has won every single time. But maybe 13th time is the charm for Gaël Monfils. He certainly is in the shape of his lifetime, according to L'Équipe. He's playing the best tennis of his life. And so you can see they're saying, Monfils, l'heure de vérité. It's the moment of truth for Gaël Monfils.
And we'll keep our fingers crossed for him, Flo.
Certainly will.
Okay, thanks so much. Florence Villeminot taking us to the French front page.